As I've said in a previous video, the next console generation has yet to wow me. They've yet to grab me to the extent where I go, I want to buy a new console. That's not to say there isn't exciting games coming to both the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. The indies are really stealing the show, and the exclusives are doing what they do best, whipping fanboys into a frenzy. I hate that term, it's used but it's not necessary. Damn, is it the appropriate word to use on the blue hellscape that is known as Twitter discourse. According to VGA 24/7 article, Gabe Newell, the man behind Valve and Steam, prefers Xbox. I made the following tweet. I'm an Xbox player primarily, but that confuses me. Neither companies have had strong reveals for me, but the PlayStation definitely did it better. Now, how do you think a PlayStation fan responded to a tweet that was mostly indifferent to next gen, but positive to PlayStation? They took it the wrong way. Or they didn't read it. Probably that. Yep, like this. They quote a small portion of the tweet, completely ignoring the part where I said, "for me." They then mention 4 games that look stunning, but apart from Spider-Man, they're not for me. Then I mention these games are not interesting to me, but I like the indies in the PlayStation reveal, and I point out that I buy what I find interesting, and saying the only console war that mattered to me was the one in the 90s. I'm a person, I'm not loyal to a company. I get what I want to play because I'm an adult. This person took one part of an opinion of a company and took it as a personal insult on him, and I've got no clue why. I had one person who agreed with my statement. I like a few of the games, but none has wowed me to the extent of buying a console. To which someone with a Sonic avatar, I know, huge red flag, right, just spat out what the consensus thought, which reeks of someone scared to have their own opinion. No offence to them, intended anyway, that they're saying what they're saying is undoubtedly correct, which is why I agreed with it in my original tweet, saying that PlayStation is doing it better. That's where people don't read, or failing that, take even the slightest criticism as the end of the world. The next person seems to genuinely know what they're talking about at first. They say the console's launched, it's not really the best time for exclusives. Which is true, my first 360 I got King Kong and Amped free. They then go on to say that consoles and their games improve over time, which is 100% correct. Then say that PlayStation and Nintendo have earned the benefit of the doubt, which I somewhat agree with the exception being Nintendo don't produce enough machines and sell them just to ramp up hype. Listeners of consoles rarely go perfectly. I bring up the 360's red rings. I had 6 of those bastards. And the infamous first production run of the PlayStation 2, which hired any old factory to make them due to demand, producing PS2s that just straight up didn't work. I'll link a video in the description of by Larry Bundy. He did a full episode on it. It's quite informative. Phil Spencer, in my opinion, has got the Xbox on a better path. I genuinely believe that. It's still not perfect, obviously, and in my goddamn opinion, PlayStation is doing better in the race to grab my attention, but they're both failing miserably. He then brings up Xbox's current exclusives, and as a valid point, they aren't that good. I'll use this chance to bring up 2 series which I enjoy, Gears and Halo. I love them both, but they aren't really doing anything to compare to PlayStation 4's lineup of stunning exclusives. We've been getting generic shooter after shooter. We've been getting these beautiful, stunning RPGs and the like. So I agree, Xbox needs to do better, and PlayStation needs to strike gold twice to get my attention on the PlayStation 5. He then mentions Game Pass is mediocre and featuring old games, and rubbish exclusives. That's not unfair, but it is astoundingly wrong. Games Pass has some exclusives, some great exclusives, as the Fable 1, 2 and 3, the entire Gears franchise, every Halo, including the amazing ODST, Reach and Halo as well as games, the State of Decay series, and Wasteland 1, 2 and 3, and some wonderful old games like Ninja Gaiden 2, Terraria, Perfect Dark, Metal Gear Solid 2, and so much more. I will always prefer a physical copy to Game Pass, but Game Pass is a great option. And as Young Ye says, it's the Netflix of games. The next generation has yet to wow me, yet to get me to part with my cash, to get the next block on the shelf. The Xbox Series X just straight up looks boring. And with them saying the Xbox Series X games will work on the Xbox One for 2 years, I'll keep playing on my Xbox One. PlayStation has yet to show me anything I look at and shout, I want that. So I'll be playing on PlayStation 4. If you've been offended on the part of either Microsoft or Sony by my ramblings today, get your act together, mate. The companies don't care about you. They'll never care about you. It's fucking pathetic. Obscenity Overload out.